Win.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Home blow. No, I'm not Dr. Ken Harris, but he's out on assignment, and I'll be holding it down for today and tomorrow, as a matter of fact, here on The Truth. Of course, 101.7 FM. Make sure you hit us up on the talk text line, 833-212-1017. You can also check us out live on YouTube. So if you want to watch the show and be like, what is he in there doing? I hear what he's talking about, but what is he in there doing? Well, you're going to learn today. A few different things I want to talk about on this afternoon, but I got to say, this man is working. He's been working overtime. And he is in the studio, in the production area, making sure that Home Blow comes across and making sure that the phone calls are coming in, making sure that I know when it's time to go hit that break. What's going on with you, family? Brother Z, what you say?
What's up, Homer Blow?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I can't complain, man. They say another day, another dollar. So here I am here to make more than $1.
And yesterday's price is not today's price.
Man, did you see the egg truck that got hit and it's a bunch of eggs on the freeway, man? Not here.
Free eggs?
Man, no, it was a freeway accident, the semi. Man, and it's the price of eggs, man. Man, listen, man. I'd go out there and be scavenging through the ones that didn't break.
I was going to say, it sounded like free eggs to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You get an egg. But Bobby Portis. I know that there has been a lot of talk about the Bobby Portis situation, and I just want to bring up some of my thoughts and opinions on the situation. And for those of you who may not be aware, Milwaukee Bucks player who had his home burglarized a while back, and now the Chileans have been officially charged, and they actually even had photos of his property, taking photos like they were happy about it, and they felt like, okay, these photos won't go anywhere. So, after getting over that, it was like, okay, that's crazy. That happened. That's terrible that he got his house broken into, but it's good that there's some closure where they found the people. And then all of a sudden, there's another video that he made, and he was talking about, ain't nothing to do in Milwaukee, and he was really, making a lot of people from the hometown feel some kind of way. But, it was his thoughts and opinions. And then we end up hearing about the breaking news with the suspension. we heard about the suspension, the 25-game suspension, which will cost him over close to $2.5 million sitting out for 25 games. And they said he wouldn't be able to play until like April, sometime in April, and when it's only like 2 games left. And my thing is, some people are saying that it was too harsh, that he should have fought that. Like 25 games, that's a little overkill. My thought process on that is when you know the rules and the regulations and the stipulations, it is on you. It is on you to make sure that you don't cross those lines and that you don't violate those lines. And even if he says, well, I thought I didn't know it was tramadol. I thought it was another name that was similar to tramadol. My thing is you have a career. You have the onus is on you of making sure that you don't do anything that could jeopardize your career, and let alone your money. You feel what I'm saying? So when people are saying, well, they shouldn't have done this, they shouldn't have done that, well, he knows the rules and the regulations, and there's a price to pay. And for him, it's over close to $2.5 million, ain't it, Brother Z? It's like close to $2.5 million that he has to end up losing from all those games that he won't be able to play in. So I hope it's a lesson to other people, because, some people think that, oh, man, you can let me get away with this. You can let me get away with that. Business is business. It is what it is. And as soon as you start trying to disrespect that fact, like, oh, I ain't got to do this, I ain't got to do that, you going to learn today. You going to learn today. And, yeah, Bobby Portis knows. And that's one of the just one of the realities. On the YouTube, Truth YouTube page, Venus Jones, a great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Dr. Rissa Lawrence, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Kimberly Harris, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. And Kimberly Harris also said, we have plenty of gyms here in Milwaukee. Just go to know where to go. Just got to know where to go. Absolutely. And that's it. And, I felt some kind of way. I was like, well, Bobby, where were you trying to go? You feel what I'm saying? And there's a lot of events that are put on by a lot of great promoters here in the city as well. And it's just, to me, a matter of where you're trying to go. And as far as saying that we close, by 2, your game is over at 10:30. So there were places to go. So I thought that was a bad rip on our city and my town. I'm born and raised here. So, some people may say, well, you being a little bit. No, I'm not. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real that there are places to go. And I think that was kind of a slap in the face. And I don't know if maybe he got a heads up that he was about to be suspended for 25 days. So he didn't care. And he was just going to say it. And he ain't got to listen to the people say, boo, when he comes on the court or something like that. But yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good in my opinion. So again, hopefully it's a lesson for anybody else who's in the industry or you work in a job. If they have a zero tolerance for certain things, it is what it is. I talk about that when we talk about employment and those people who are working that think that they can come to work smelling like drugs, or they can end up coming to work, oh, man, I just this, I just that. If your job has no drug policy, then you got to adhere to that. If they end up saying that you need to do this and you need to do that, there are repercussions. And if you don't end up, doing what you need to do, it could show. It could show. And you'll have to face that. He'll have to face that he took over $2 million, close to $2.5 million out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And whoever that he rocks with or supports. And that's it. That's all. You feel what I'm saying? So, Bobby, they would be calling your name for a different reason. And stop playing like you are above and beyond the brand. I always try to let people know, like, if you work for a company or a corporation, that's a brand. And they got to protect their brand. They can't have you because I made a mistake and I took this, and other people that begin to find out about it end up saying, well, they didn't do nothing to him or they didn't do nothing to her. No, that's not how this game works. That's not how the industry works. And if you can't end up fitting into it, then you should leave yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Be like, look, you know what? This is too strict. I can't do this. I can't do this. So, yeah, Bobby Portis, we're going to miss you because your points, definitely help. We have more wins when you get your 10-plus points per game. But, again, rules are rules, and we can't have the children looking up to you. We can't have the community looking up to you and say, well, he can do it, so why? Y'all ain't do nothing to him. No, which is one of the other things that I'm going to end up talking about all of these shootings that are, again, continuing to happen in our city, and the children that are being injured and, in some cases, dying. And what should some of these harsher penalties be? I think that we have to have some harsher penalties. We have to end up letting people know that this is not okay. We have to do we talk about all of the situations where in the home sometimes that the home life ain't what it should be. The guidance may not be where it should be, but there has to be accountability. And when we don't have the accountability, we have these different situations, and people think they can just continue to do it and do it and do it, and they just gonna slap me on the wrist, and that's it. They gonna talk loud and say, that's messed up, man. They shouldn't have did this, they shouldn't have did that, and that's it. No, we got to take it to another level. So I definitely want you to be able to participate when we talk about the fact and the reality of with the two 13-year-olds that were in the stolen car, and they took it was a DoorDash delivery driver, and when he went to do his job, the two 13-year-olds jumped in the vehicle. Then there's other situations where we're seeing 12-year-olds. Then we're seeing where a 4-year-old lost her life. Like, when are we going to take this gun safety thing serious and stop just blaming other people? And if people are involved in these gun games that they are playing, then what should some of the punishments be? How can we change it? And I want to let you know in advance, because it's my thoughts and opinions on this. I hear people say, well, they need this and they need that. I'm not talking about the things that, yes, they will help us down the line. I need to know what the hell is going to help us right now. What is going to help us right now? Because people are seeing these crimes and with teens, preteens, and young children being shot and shooting themselves and all of that. What are we doing now? I get what can happen down the road if we enact this and enact that, but we need some right now. And that's what I don't think some people understand. I ain't got time to try to wait another 2 to 3 years for this to be initiated. First, it got to be voted on and all of that. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. It's like, you going to learn today. You going to learn today. Hashtag that part. Hashtag facts. So listen, right now I got to get ready to take my break. Of course, if you have questions or comments on the Bobby Portis situation, what's your thoughts and opinions on that? You can call in toll free 833-212-1017 on the Truth Talk and text line. I've got to get ready to take care of some bills. Of course, I'm live in the American Family Insurance Studio inside the 3rd Street Market Hall, the Truth 101.7 FM with Home Blow, holding it down for Dr. Ken Harris.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The award-winning 101.7 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in all month as we celebrate the voices, stories, and achievements that have shaped history and inspired the future. 101.7 The Truth's celebration of Black History Month is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, College Bound, Character Strong, Educators Credit Union, Achieving More Together, the Freighter, and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Let's push ahead. And American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent, as an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axhousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am ASAP and Maya Angelou.
I am Marva Collins and Frederick Douglass.
From A to Z, I celebrate, emulate, and commemorate their example.
This is part of the Declaration of Excellence Milwaukee College Prep Scholars recite, not just during Black History Month, but each and every morning, because our students don't just honor history, they're determined to shape it. Enroll your scholar at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's bigger than black and white. It's a problem with the whole way of life. It can't change overnight. But we gotta start somewhere. Might as well go ahead, start here. We done had a hell of a year. I'ma make it count while I'm here. God is the only man.
I'm black. Welcome, Black, to Truth with Dr. Ken Harris. Of course, he is on assignment right now, so home a blow. I'll be holding it down for today and tomorrow. And I want to remind people to tune into The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for another episode of More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin. Carrie Noni will be joined by Sarah Noble, principal partner at B Noble Group, and Dr. Sandra Jones, the executive director at Victory Garden Initiative. They will discuss how Black love is the foundation of our history. Again, that is More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin, this Saturday at 11 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee's Black Talk. We are black, and I got to get to some of these comments that people had as it related to the Bobby Portis situation. Let's see. Stacy Evans said, yeah, man, Homer Blow. Bobby was wrong for dissing the city. It was all cool before these issues. Now it's just frustrated. Marquise G said, I think if a kid loses their life to gun violence, the perpetrator should automatically have life with no parole. Kelvin Perry said, now that he's suspended, he will have time to explore our beautiful city. And Marquise G also said, with Bobby having all his time off, maybe he can finally find something to do in the city. So yeah, hashtag that part. You got time now. He got time to find all the beautiful gems that are here in the city. And on the YouTube, of course, on the Truth 1017, of course, you can like and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. So when you tune in, make sure you subscribe. And Tanya said, well, when captured as it relates to what some of the punishment should be, We should hold them in custody until they tell. No release date. They say they don't know, then we won't know when you'll see the judge. E Boogie, great afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Phoenix Jones on the YouTube page, Truth 101.7 YouTube page, said, I'm going to miss Bobby because he is one of my favorites, but he does need to understand that he is not above abiding by the rules. Tanya said Portis had to sit out for 25 games. 25. That's a lesson. And I just say, if you don't learn from that, then there's something really, really wrong with you in another kind of way, because that would get my mind right. That would definitely. And let's remember now, this ain't just an average 25 games sitting out. You're talking about close to $2.5 million that he's going to miss out on by not playing the games. All right. Again, the lines are open if you want to give your thoughts, comments, and opinions about the Bobby Portis situation. But I want to definitely get into the fact of all of the gun violence and, again, what should be done. Now, there are adults obviously committing gun violence and gun crimes, whether it's just a shooting, whether someone is murdered. Then we also have children and teens that are out here participating in the same thing. So what needs to happen? What needs to happen? What type of punishments should be enacted? And how do we turn this thing around? And I know a lot of people will be thinking about what we can do in the future, but that's going to take a lot of politics. We're going to have to wait and see if they all agree that, yes, we should do this and yes, we should do that. We need some right now answers because we're constantly hearing about shootings every day. I was happy that last year the homicide rate actually went down. So that's a beautiful thing. But then when you go and look at how many people were actually shot, it's like they survived, but we got thousands of people that ended up getting shot. So is that a win? Is that a win? It's a win because they didn't pass away. But, yeah, we got to come up with something. Something has to give. And I think that if we let our voices be heard, we can end up finding out, what other people think and not let it just be one-sided, and then we can put all that in the pot and find out. Let's say, okay, well, let's try this tactic. Let's try that. We're going to go to the truth lines. Of course, we got Black Conscious on the line. Black Conscious, great afternoon. Welcome to Truth with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 FM. You're on the line. Great afternoon.
And special guest, Homer Blow.
Yes, sir.
I'm blacker than black because I'm black, y'all.
That part, bro.
Let me run this back to you on the Bobby situation. Was this a medication that was prescribed to him by a doctor?
Well, it said it was supposed to be Tramadol, but he ended up taking Tramadol. But he was prescribed the Tramadol too, though.
So if he was prescribed this, why are they coming down so hard on him? There's had to be something else mixed in that they're leaving out and just leaving that part, like a little marijuana. It's on
the ban list. It's on the ban list.
Okay.
So he knew he shouldn't have took it.
That's unfortunate for that brother, but we got to get a brother some little grace, man, because he had his stuff stolen. Now they got it back, and he's dealing with something. But let's not take our eyes off the main thing. He is asking to be out.
Yeah, but
he wants to be out of Milwaukee.
Yeah, so I with saying that, you popping pills to cope. Is that what we're trying to send a message? Just pop some pills, man. That's how you gonna get over this.
It wasn't a thing until he got caught, in his system when they, randomly tested him, and he got caught with that. But I think the brother is kind of alluding to he wants out of Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. He got his little ring here. He got his little contract money, and he really wants to contend for another one. Not saying that the Bucks aren't a contention for another ring, but he wants out. Mm-hmm. It's just something about that locker room that we don't know, only they know. But I think he wants out. Because if you gonna sit up here and blast it, ain't nothing to do with Milwaukee. And you got money, Bobby.
Right.
You can do anything you want.
Absolutely.
But he's gonna take these 25 days and run off to some hot destination, get his mind right, and come back, and then he ain't gonna really not want to be here. But that's just my 2 cents, my two thoughts in this situation. I don't know. all of us are speculating, but I kind of think he wants out Milwaukee, off the Bucks.
All right, and Black Conscience, before you go, as it relates to a lot of the gun crimes that are happening here in the city, happening from adults to Toys R Us adults to teens to actual smaller children, how do you think that should be dealt with? So if we hear that 13-year-olds are out here robbing people, or they're involved in shooting, huh?
Been out here robbing people. They've been out here like that.
Okay,
now,
so this is where I'm going. How and I want people to understand. I get the long-term part of it. I get it, where we need to do this and we need to do that and we need to do that. But we are experiencing this right now in real time. Somebody's mother may have gotten shot by a 13-year-old that was trying to rob her, or injured from carjacking them or whatever, and actually shooting some people and killing some people. What do we need to do now? If you had the chance to say, this is what we need to start doing this, what is that? How would you curb the violence, and how would you handle people that are using guns to make these messed up decisions?
My brother, I would love to be a consultant with this, but if I would just have to go off the top of my head, it would have to be better gun control, better laws, because right now we're a nation built on guns. We are a violent nation that lives by the gun. And right now, if we don't change the gun laws and make them really strict, and I know there's some people who, with the Second Amendment and all this, it's one of those things you just got to do. We have to have better gun laws and things of that nature to really curtail this violence. But we are a nation of violence. We are a nation of guns. We live. There's people who sleep with their guns first before they sleep with their own spouses.
Mm-hmm. So a 13-year-old shoots someone near and dear to you. Near and dear to you. I'm talking about a person you willing to give your life up for. What should immediately happen to that 13-year-old? That's right. That's right. That's right. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. Because we got to bring it home to you. We got to bring it home to you.
I don't have an answer with it, because first thing we want to go out and do is for revenge, and that's not gonna. That's just throwing gasoline on the fire. That, you know, you better find some peace, and you better find somebody, a higher source, of some that you can find some closure with that, because that's a tough one, my brother.
Hey, that's all I'm saying, bro. So, well, welcome to my world and why I'm talking about this particular subject. I thank you, brother.
But it ain't just your world, brother. It ain't just your world. But live righteous, Milwaukee.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Is it bill time? Is it bill time yet?
And we can pay some bills.
Yeah, we get ready to take care of some bills. Again, you're listening to Truth with Dr. Ken Harris. Of course, I am home blow. Dr. Ken Harris is out on assignment today and tomorrow, so you'll be listening to yours truly holding it down here at the Truth 101.7 FM inside the American Family Insurance Studio inside the 3rd Street Market Hall. We're going to pay some bills, and we'll be black, and I see you on the talk line and on the phone line, and I will definitely come to you when we come back from break.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes won't slow us down. Allergies, high blood pressure, shoulder pain, cancer. Nothing will keep us from pushing Wisconsin ahead. Because with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, forward progress is what we stand for. That means always pushing and always innovating. With new technologies and breakthrough treatments that make life better, whether we're sick or well. It means providing more convenience and more ways to receive medical excellence for all your health needs, for big and small. It means being there for you, our family, caring for yours. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep testing the limits of what medicine can do. Let's push ahead and make life here as great as it can be. Visit Freighter.com to find out how.
Truth Nation, now y'all know we love to support the Black-owned businesses in the community.
Which is why each and every Friday we want you to call in and tell us what the business is. How about We Energies?
That is right. Every single Friday, call in at 8 a.m. so you can shout out your Black-owned business or your favorite Black-owned business.
Call in at 833-212-1017 and let us know what the business is.
On Jammin' with Juice, every Friday, powered by We Energies.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
And so when you actually learn and understand what this means, it means that we're diversifying and having people who have disabilities have jobs here. They're not air traffic control people. They have jobs doing other things. That's what diversity looks like. It's not just one position people are hired for. It's a whole corporation.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Delays along westbound 94, starting at about 25th Street, all the way out to Hawley Road. So give yourself some extra time going through there. From downtown to the Zoo Interchange, we're looking at about an 8-minute ride. The eastbound side backing up a bit from 84th Street through to 35th. Southbound on 43, hitting the brakes from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge down to the KK River. Take it back a step. We do have delays from Capitol Drive all the way down towards Locust as well. So give yourself that extra time there. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 7 above with a wind chill of 5 above to 5 below. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 27. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will get back to work tonight as they get set to host the LA Clippers. Giannis's availability is undetermined, but he did speak to the media following practice on Wednesday regarding his calf injury.
One of my goals is to be available for the playoffs. Obviously, we are 30 games away. It's a long time. But at the end of the day, my main focus is to take care of my body, be smart.
Tip-off tonight is set for 7 p.m. Over to college football, where Wisconsin and head coach Luke Fickell have agreed to an extension that pushes his contract out through the 2031 season. The new deal is a 1-year extension on his existing deal. And lastly, Team USA and Canada will meet tonight in the NHL's Four Nations Face-Off Championship game. Team USA beat Canada back on February 18th, 3-1. Puck drop tonight is set for 7 p.m. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, of course, on the new 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am home below in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. And, of course, I've got all kind of places I'm going to go, but Millicent has been patiently holding on. Millicent from Milwaukee, you are on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Great afternoon. You got a question or comment? What's going on?
A comment. How you doing, Homer?
I'm blessed.
Glad to hear you.
Thank you.
Listen,
To get, when kids get a hold of your gun and shoot themselves, I think the parents need to be ostracized. I think whoever gun it was, we have to stop giving them sympathy, empathy. You need to be straight with them and say, you're a horrible person. You let a kid shoot themselves. And we need to put them out there. We got to stop giving them sympathy like, oh, that's so bad that happened to her. She lost her baby. Yeah, but she did it on purpose. Because when you bought that gun, you knew that gun was going to kill. So when you leave it out unattended for a kid to get it, it's your intent for that kid to hurt themselves. You can come up with every excuse, but the truth is you knew a gun would kill and you left it out for a kid, so you wanted that kid dead. That's it. And we got to stand on that. Because people do it and then they get empathy. Oh, she really wasn't a bad person. She did, but you shouldn't have had it there. You knew what it was for, and that's your punishment.
All right.
As far as these other people using guns, we have to come up with a mandatory. I personally think it should be mandatory 15 years.
Okay.
Mandatory. There's no waiver in it, no nothing. You getting 15 for the gun, no matter what. And if you're driving out here with no driver's license, I think after your third offense, it should be a mandatory 5 years and a felony.
Okay. All right. Talk about solutions, huh? All right. Thank you for your call. Brother Z, what you think, man? Fair or harsh?
I mean, you have the complexion for the connection. They may swing one way, and if not, hey, thanks for playing.
Man, listen. Let me go to, again, the lines are open. The Truth Talk and Text lines are open, 833-212-1017. And remember, you can stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 101.7 The Truth. And, of course, let me go to the YouTube page and get some of these comments in. Let's see. Curly Q said, y'all remember back in the day when promoters had parties in the clubs and athletes would be advertised on the flyers. I felt like Todd Day stayed having parties. That's true. Tanya said, I think the wrong people see Milwaukee as the land of the living for free, so they do just that, and they don't gripe past that, reevaluate government assistance to the right people. So, it's a lot that is going on. It's the difference between, Tanya says, it's the difference between being a bad person and a dumb person. And also applauded the caller, Let's see. Tanya said, I feel bad for saying this, but also parents, guardians need to be held accountable at some point. They are kids. They live with you. And yeah. I think people are definitely coming into the fold on where I'm going with this, because I think that, we talk about the fact that it starts at home, and the reality is some homes are definitely broken. Some homes are definitely dysfunctional. So I get it, but there still has to be some consequences. There has to be some consequences, and we can't just allow things to just keep going all over the place and acting like it's cool, it's okay, because it's not. It's not. When people who have been shot, that's traumatizing, and it changes them. You feel what I'm saying? So just being afraid of, don't want to be around fireworks sometimes because, you are shell-shocked and you don't even know it. You don't have to go into a war-torn country to become shell-shocked, because there are people that hear gunshots in their communities so often that they mistake it for being normal. There is nothing normal about that at all. Nothing normal about that at all. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just real talk. That is just real talk. And we have to stop trying to normalize things that have become so common in our community and do something about it. Stop trying to harbor and using your emotional thoughts on it. No, real hard lessons need to be learned from a lot of the things that are going on. We can't keep just toying with it because a lot of the kids, they already feel like, well, they ain't going to be able to do nothing but this, and they're going to have to let me go. And you will find out if you get to open up their juvenile records that they have been habitual. And when it ends up growing into the adult phase of it, now you hear adjudicated delinquent. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like they've been doing this. It's just that we didn't have access to see the criminal complaints or the records for them at that time. And instead of just saying, well, you know, everybody make mistakes, you got to learn from them, though. You got to learn from them. Having a habitual criminality record that's following you, that means you ain't even trying to learn. You've been given a blessing and another chance to try to do better. But when a judge is telling you, or a court commissioner is telling you, your mother, your father, some of your other relatives are saying, look, the things you are doing right now, you're going to end up in jail or dead. And they just shoot all of that out the window. And I want to, say, and salute to a lot of the organizations that are out here trying to work with some of those youth, because, again, something has to happen. We have to have some gateways. But when some of those just don't want to get it, I think that them feeling like it's going to be sweet to do a crime and there will be no repercussions to it, we got to change that narrative. We have to change that narrative. We have to stop making them think that it's going to be sweet and that it's going to be okay, because it's not going to be okay. You need to take them away. They need to have to go sit down. I think that, with some of these situations, just like the reckless driving, make them have to sit down for 2 years. Make them have to sit down for 2 years. And while they're going through those 2 years, they can go through driver's ed courses. They can go through road safety. They can go through all that. But and more importantly, they got to realize that you cannot drive a car until you are of legal age to drive that car. And if we don't set down some real harsh realities, we're going to see these criminal complaints when they do finally charge them as an adult, and they're going to say that they had 5 or 6 other crimes in the similar fashion. Like they've done this before. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. And then again, we got to do something about the brothers and the cousins and the sisters and the aunties and grandparents that are out here on this foolishness too. They out here on this foolishness too. And they are allowing the kids to do it. They know damn well, but then we don't see them again. And I bring this point up a lot. We don't see them until after the fact, and now something has happened to the child. He brought me my medicine. He just made a mistake. Sir, ma'am, this is his 8th offense. Stop trying to say he just made a mistake. Stop trying to say that he's there with you, because he's obviously not there with you. He's obviously not there with you. If he's out here or she's out here able to commit all of these crimes, then they not giving you your damn medicine. They not going to the store getting your medicine. You lying. And you're adding to the foolishness that they are doing, and you're making it seem like it's okay and grand got my black. What we not going to do is act like that's cool. We ain't doing that. We are not doing that. We shouldn't ever try to do no stuff like that. Let's see. Tanya said the wrong people are abusing government assistance in these neighborhoods, and the reckless living is scaring the elderly to the point they won't say nothing. The problem continues, and so do the abuse of the city. Also, Tanya said government assistance need to see what the money is doing. Go check out these people and how they live on it. They're abusing it. Okay. All right. time for our next set of bills. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You know how it is. Again, we have to make sure that we take care of our bills because our bills help pay and take care of us. So it's like hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Lola, I will make sure that I get to you on the Truth Talking text line. I will get to you after we come back from the break. We're talking about what are some things that can be done now, in your opinion, to deal with some of these crimes that are happening with the shootings, and what can we do to make people even more aware about gun safety, how important it is. So we'll be talking about that again. Remember the number to call in, 833-212-1017. Stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We will have more conversation on the other side. This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the new 1017 The Truth with Home Blow.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers look to make it 3 wins in a row as they travel to Ohio to take on conference foe, the Youngstown State Penguins.
Bob back in for J. Mike, bouncing inside for Franklin, and Aaron Franklin gives the Panthers the lead, 67-66.
Scott Wallace has the coverage Friday starting at 7:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield.
A theft, and KP will rise. He throws it down.
Tip-off happens at 8 p.m.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
People often wonder, what's the credit union difference? Well, let me tell you what's different about Educators Credit Union. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a team of people who are actively invested in the next generation and in the communities where you live and work. We're in classrooms teaching financial literacy, in neighborhoods building homes and relationships, and in local communities lending a helping hand. We believe when communities thrive, we all thrive. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together, insured by NCUA.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. You know what? I like the players. No diggity, no doubt. Play on, play it. Play on, play it. Yo, Dre, drop the verse.
It's going down
Truth Nation, our first annual Truth Community Awards is officially sold out. Thank you for your unwavering love and support. We can't wait to celebrate the 10 honorees who are making a real difference in our community with music by our very own Midwest mixer, Dr. B. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Your win is waiting. Visit paysbig.com to find out all they have to offer. And it's sponsored by Community Advocates. Sold out. You snooze, you lose. You wait, it's too late. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the new 1017 The Truth. Of course, the studio. We are live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am Homer Blow, who is in for Dr. Ken, who's on assignment today and tomorrow. I want to get ready to go right to the lines. I want to say great afternoon to Lola from Milwaukee. You are on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Great afternoon. What you got to say?
Well, I want to piggyback off of what's her name? Milan. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry. But I want to. Yes, I want to piggyback off of what she said. I agree to everything she said, but then again, it starts at home. People keep failing to realize that it starts at home. Period. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because August the 8th last year, I was working. 30 miles an hour you're supposed to do on Silver Spring?
Correct.
A young woman was doing 75, almost killed me.
Wow.
I had to get my spleen removed, 8 broken ribs, left leg broke, loosened front teeth. My guts had to be redone. That woman walked away with 4 tickets.
Wow.
So, exactly. So you walk away with 4 tickets, almost killed somebody because you doing 80 on a busy street. And she was in her 30s. So at the end of the day, where does it stop? I even talked to the mayor. Mm-hmm. He was like, well, it's not our fault. You have to you have to vote for the judges that does this. But at the end of the day, the judges don't care because when they do put the harshest punishments down, the parents want to holler, my son, my kid, my this, my that. And the first thing they do is go to Facebook. And guess what's on Facebook? Your son in a stolen car. Your son with a gun.
Right.
But you ain't stopping them from doing this reckless stuff in the street, but you want to sit up there and talk about, oh, that's too harsh. That don't make sense. Back in my days when my brothers them got in trouble, they sent them up north. You going to Perry Duchan, either your mama going to come and see you or they ain't. Send them back away and let them understand how it feels to be gone from somebody that's trying to tell you something instead of hitting them on the wrist and putting them back out here. They worse than the dang old people that's committing a whole bunch of murders.
Yeah, and
So that, I mean...
I thank you, because for your call, because these are things that, in my opinion, that some people act like, they just kid, they just grown. She just made it this, that, and the other. When you get to have to face the people and what they are living with from all of this trauma and the tragedy that is happening by their actions. Again, doing 75, 80 miles an hour in a 30, 35 mile per hour zone is ridiculous. And and for her to just get 4 tickets, but the rest of your life has been changed, period. You feel what I'm saying? And I just think that people should have to be punished and not for citations. 4 citations for something that you still have to deal with for the rest of your life. But thank you for that call, Lola. And I think that people need to hear more from victims who have suffered at the hands of some of this craziness that is going on. We're going to go to the lines again. We're going to go to Tanya from Milwaukee. You are on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Great afternoon. How you doing and feeling today?
I'm feeling all right. Hello, legendary Homer Blow.
All right.
I was on a chat line there for YouTube, and I wanted just to initiate what I was saying. I understand that, we can go to the courts and we can go to the government. We can go to, the city, the security, whatever it is. But here's my thing. What you're saying, what we can do right now, and I understand what Trump is doing, all this other, the funds and everything, but government assistance in Milwaukee is at an all-time high. People get to live and not have to pay rent, or they pay low in rent. And I think that some of these people that get these assistance kind of abuse them so they don't actually grow off the system. So what happens is they don't appreciate what it's there for. So they to me, it kind of causes them to live a little bit on the reckless side when they don't have to be accountable or have to pay for anything that they're tearing up. What happens too, I think, is with that happening, and is people not going to work, so they're doing other things with their time. You know, the devil, idle mind is the devil's playground. So it causes them to do and live reckless ways. These neighborhoods that do accept low income and everything like that, it's not a problem for everybody, but some of these people get in there and they don't respect it at all. And it's causing, like, some of our north side neighborhoods, people are nervous, people are scared to say anything because the problems continue to grow and they don't want nothing to happen to them. But I do think that the government should be held accountable at who they give these funds to. They need to, like I said in the chat line, they need to evaluate how these people are living, because, like I said, some of these people are not respecting what that's for.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's causing them to live reckless. Like, well, I ain't got to cough up no money. I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to do that. And the way they've been living, they're going to continue to live because the money is always going to be there. There's no respect for it. So I'm saying, like, people, you know, not certain people that get to live that kind of life, they don't grow.
Right.
So, you know, yes, right. They'll go out there, they'll sell drugs, whatever they can't get at home, they'll go out there and steal. You know what I'm saying? But if it gets to a point where it's saying, hey, you need to help out around here, you need to go back to school, you need to get a job, I think a lot of that will slow down. But as long as the government fees keep coming, they don't keep evaluating what the money is doing at home and how they're spending it and how they're using it, how they're taking care of the property, then, hey, I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you, and I absolutely understand that. I absolutely understand that, and I concur. It's too much, and we'll talk about it more on the other side. But thank you for your call, Tanya. I got to get ready to take care of some more. Yeah, I got to get ready to take care of some more bills. But we are talking about, like, the gun violence that is happening in the city, the fact that children are also, you know, the gun safety measures that are not being taken at home, even though there are free gun locks out here for all kind of stuff. We're still hearing about children finding guns and shooting themselves or shooting one of their siblings or somebody somehow, and it's not being addressed. But with what Tanya was just saying, I want to touch on that when we come back from our break. But again, you are listening to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on The Truth 101.7. And we want you to make sure that you call in and hit us up at 833-212-1017 or stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 101.7 The Truth. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris holding it down, home of blow, on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for jamming with juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that stank breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. Like, what? Catch Jammin' with Juice
from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Milwaukee.
All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place.
You know, I'm working in the morning, and I was listening back on the Truth app.
Download the new 101.7 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 101.7 The Truth.
Tune in to The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for another episode of More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin. Me, your girl Noni Juice, will be joined by Sarah Noble, principal partner of B Noble Group. And in this episode, we have Dr. Sandra Jones, the executive director at Victory Garden Initiative. We will discuss Black love, which is the foundation of our histories. Again, that is More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin, this Saturday at 11 a.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
We're black again, home of blow. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the new 1017 The Truth live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am home of blow in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment today and tomorrow. We're going to go right to the lines. Again, remember you can call in, give us your thoughts, comments, and opinions at 833-212-1017. Lana Banana, thank you for being patient. You are on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Great afternoon. How you doing and feeling today?
I'm woke. How you doing?
I'm blessed. I cannot complain.
All right.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I just want to say this right quick. Every time I hear your name or see you on YouTube or hear your voice, you're so pleasant at home. It just makes me smile and feel good. It does.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're welcome. So, may I piggyback off of Lola when she was talking about the reckless driving?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm calling from Racine, and the reckless driving that I see a lot are these white boys drag racing.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing is being done about them. if something does happen, you know, if they do get an accident, then they just get a slap on their wrist too. So it continues. So I just wanted to piggyback off of Lola because we have reckless driving here too, but it's like in a different form. Like, you know, it's like drag racing. Yeah, that's still dangerous though because it's in the neighborhood.
Right.
Kids. You know what I'm saying? Pets, anything. You know,
absolutely.
It's crazy, and they drunk and everything. You know, white boys. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put another reckless driving on that.
So, but what do you think should happen to those people that are doing that? How do you think it should be handled from a law enforcement standpoint?
Law enforcement needs to not be biased and fit the crime, fit the degree of punishment with what type of crime you did. You know, like these white boys here, when they drag race, when they get in an accident with each other, they both need to get ticketed. Plus, they drink, and then they, you know what I'm saying, something needs to happen because here in Wisconsin, a lot of people can have like up to 5 what is the
OWIs?
What is the OUI? Yeah, you know, that's crazy. So, you know, that's another subject, you know, but
right.
You know, they need to, you know, don't look at no color. Just look at the individual and what happened. You know, find out about their history. You know, because like with the black kids, you know, or in Milwaukee, I think what needs to be done is like before they have to go away for 2 years and then learn, you know, different ways of like safe driving. They need to have some programs to put them in now, so before that even happens. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or do they have those type of programs for them?
Well, you know, there are some programs out here, but again, you have to participate. But thank you for your call, Atlanta Banana. But, you know, you have to end up being engaged because what some people think, and when I talk about like some of the harsh punishments that I would utilize if I had the power and the authority to do it, is because it's not the first timers, but now it is. Now, if you're a first timer and you kill somebody, yes, absolutely, or mangle somebody, and put people in situations like that, then yeah, you too. You feel what I'm saying? But so I'm saying the fact that when we look at these situations, these people be having multiple infractions of doing the same damn thing. They doing the same damn thing. It's like they're not learning. They'll get on social media, whatever platforms they want to get on and make little videos, or they'll comment and say, yeah, I'll be out. And guess what? They be out. And whether it's adults or whether it's teens or whether it's some younger children, and they be out. They really be out. And it's like they bullying and teasing us with, we ain't worried. They ain't gonna do nothing to us. They gonna write us a ticket. That's it. We'll be out here. Okay, yeah, we stole your mode of transportation. Done drugs, and we done tore up the inside. We done made it where, you know, they still in certain cars so much that it's a black order on getting the parts to fix your car. So here you are out of a car for sometimes 2-3 months waiting on them to get the parts to fix your car. And they're right out here stealing another car. And these are grown folks as well as some of the teens and children that are doing it. They're making videos while they rolling around in your vehicle. Some of them can barely see over the damn dashboard. And this is a problem. And this is why I say that something has to be enacted. You feel what I'm saying? And something has to start happening now. We can talk about, yes, the talks about what we can do in the future, those things are going to happen. But again, we're talking about some things that may be 2 to 3 years down the damn line. But right now, people's lives are being impacted by the gun violence that's going on in the city right now. And I think that the community has to end up doing our part too. We can't keep harboring and aiding and abiding these people that we know, because some people will tell you, be like, man, that's such and such them down the street. They always on. So you want them to just still be down the damn street? No, we got to do something. We better turn into Sam Cooke. A change is coming. I know it's been a long time, but a change gonna come. I can't sing, but I can go to the Truth Talk and Text line. Coley from Milwaukee, welcome to the Truth 101.7 FM. I am home blow. How are you doing and feeling today, and what's your comment?
I am good. I'm getting off work, brother. You are talking to a 53-year-old black man who is struggling, but I'm making it.
Okay.
I want to start with that sister that just got off the phone. You notice how she didn't say throw the white boys away? Mm-hmm. You see how we speak? All she wants is respect. Mm-hmm. And that's all we all deserve. Brother, I see it everywhere. Mm-hmm. The drunkenness, the stupidity. I don't want that brother thrown away, but he needs to be taught a lesson, and I think that has been lost. So often I think, the system has gotten away from punishing. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't want to see a black man's life thrown away over some misdemeanor. Mm-hmm. I want, but there has to be responsibility and actions taken towards that. All right, let's look at Milwaukee and the reckless driving. What did the city of Milwaukee give us? They give us speed humps, no law enforcement, no responsibility. Them sidewalks, those bump outs. That's what they gave us.
Well, hang on, Coley, hang on. Let me add to what you're saying in that. No, they have went, in my opinion, law enforcement has went above on that, because they actually have a traffic unit. You feel what I'm saying? That they have a number that people can call if they need that unit to gauge these hot spots that these things are happening in. And oftentimes, like I say, we talk about what we don't have, but oftentimes, Coley, we don't utilize the things that we do have. They have a special traffic unit to end up trying to monitor these hot spots that we are talking about. But oftentimes people say that it's happening here, but they won't utilize that number to call law enforcement and say, hey, y'all need to come over here because this is happening.
Okay. Then I would follow that out with the incompetence. Why aren't the speed humps yellow? Mm-hmm. There's a speed hump on like 53rd and Burleigh that you cannot see. Why isn't it bright yellow? There's a speed hump on 84th between Hampton and Capitol by that Mong school. You can't. There's no signs for them.
There usually is signs, though, Coley. There are usually signs that say speed hump.
I'm telling you, brother, I will take a picture and send it to you.
Please do.
Why aren't they yellow?
But hang on. Now,
why aren't they yellow?
Now, I can get where you're going with trying to say the yellow part, but I can tell you, before I approach a speed hump, I see signs. I see signs several feet away.
Okay.
But I'm saying I get the part, and I think that's a good idea to say, at least put some color on them so you can, you know what I'm saying, see them. But they do have those yellow.
Flying over that thing, you got a 15 in front end alignment next.
But listen, let me tell you this, though.
And then, bro, they did that instead of arresting the troublemakers.
Okay, but again,
that's my point, bro.
But people aren't turning the troublemakers in. These are somebody's sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, and grandkids.
The streets, brother. You just said they got a unit. What they doing?
Are you calling the unit? Have you called the unit?
Bro, I didn't even know there was a unit to call.
There you go. Point proven, Coley.
I didn't even know there was a unit to call,
Hang on, Coley. Hold on, Coley. My point has just been proven. You have proved my point. My point is they have advertised it on TV. They've advertised it on the news. They advertise it on billboards. They advertise it all the time. But the problem is, hang on. But the problem is, people such as yourself, in my opinion, haven't even used it. And you said you didn't even know that it existed. That's the thing. If we are going to be passionate about it, then we got to make sure we take the steps that we can take. And then you can go to the elected officials. Then you can go to law enforcement and say your suggestions. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Hey, but let's get deep. Give me a chance. Let's talk about that Ninja Turtle in Charles, a.k.a. Cavalier Johnson. That East Side lover doesn't deserve no black vote. And, brother, I believe that in my heart. I believe that is Tom Beard 2.0. I believe that is I love Lake Drive. I love U.S. Bank. I love the 100 building. And he will never come to us. He's going to give these false answers. He's not going to be responsible. And I won't even bring up Crowley, the fashion boy, the boy that changes his glasses, comes out and then says, okay, we're addressing this issue. I won't even bring that. How is the stupidity at this level in this city? How do you give us speed humps? Bro, I can't even see half of them.
Okay, so now is again, you can easily, like I say, I want people to understand this. You can, a lot of the things that we think and that we talk about, and thank you for your call, but we got to get ready to take care of some bills. But I'm going to give you the high visibility enforcement information because some people want to act like it don't exist, but it does. So, but we got to get ready to take care of some bills. And I'm loving the engagement because that's what we got to do. We don't do enough of it. And again, we are the ones that's going to be able to try to help make these changes. So we'll come back to talk more. We're talking about the gun violence. We're talking about the reckless driving. We're talking about what should punishments be and some right now type stuff. So again, the number to call in, 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We will have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, Homer Blow, holding it down on the new 1017 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, it's Sherwin Hughes, and I cannot wait for you all to join me at our first annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel starting at 5:30 p.m. Truth Nation will have food, drinks, prizes, and a night of celebrating the incredible people that are making a major impact in our great city. Get your tickets now by going to 1017thetruth.com. Tickets are only $25, and that's 1017thetruth.com to buy your tickets to the Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 28th.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. and see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At We Energies, we're committed to building a bright, sustainable energy future. We're investing in clean energy projects like solar, wind, and battery storage. As a leader in the decarbonization effort, our goal is to achieve net zero carbon emissions from our generation fleet by 2050. It's part of our plan to provide the affordable, reliable, and clean energy you depend on. Learn more at WeEnergies.com. We Energies, people you can trust, energy you can depend on. This message was paid for by the stockholders of WEC Energy Group.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in all month long as we celebrate the voices, stories, and achievements that have helped shape history and inspired the future. 1017 The Truth celebration of Black History Month is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Educators Credit Union, the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin, and American Family Insurance. And of course, right now, this is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the new 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am home below in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment. And before I go black to the lines, I need people to take out their pen, their paper, hold your cell phone out, because I'm going to give you some information. Because, again, they say we perish from lack of knowledge. Well, I'm here to teach. As KRS-One would say, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. That's what the K, R, the S, the O, the N, the E, knowledge reigns supreme is the KRS.
Let him cook.
Over nearly everyone.
Let him cook.
Is the one. So right now, I'm going to tell you the website that you can go to first and foremost. So pull it up. You'll pull up anybody that's showing fights. You'll pull up anybody that's showing all kind of foolishness. You'll do all of that. You'll find all this other stuff. Where? Click the link. Put the link on my page. Where can I find it? You'll do all of that. But these things that are shown to be important to you by the conversation that we're having and the dialogue that we're having on this afternoon, that these things are important to you too. So I need you to type in or put in or write down mpdtsu.org, mpdtsu.org, and that is the website for the Milwaukee Police Department Traffic Safety Unit. All right? Now listen, let me give you more. Okay? Well, Homer, I don't want to type that yet. Do they got a number? They absolutely do. And it can all be found at that website that I just gave you. So it says clearly, to report reckless driving, you can call 414-935-3925. That number again, 414-935-3925. Or you can fill out the online form below, and that will end up being able to let them know. On that form, you can let them know which area the traffic safety unit needs to be at, or they need to monitor this, or they need to monitor that. All of that is found on that website. Or again, you can just call that number. Again, high visibility enforcement. The Milwaukee Police Department Traffic Safety Unit, TSU, utilizes high visibility enforcement, HVE, as a universal traffic safety approach designed to create deterrence and change unlawful traffic behaviors when it comes to reckless driving. HVE combines highly visible and proactive law enforcement targeting TSU efforts will be a combined approach with visibility elements and a publicity strategy to educate the public and promote voluntary compliance with traffic laws. So you have access to that. It's right on that same internet that you be doing and looking for all kind of other stuff. Traffic safety unit enforcement will include data-driven approaches to the crime and traffic safety. You can find all of the data from when they started it to today. You can find out where they're going to be deployed, or they got a calendar to show you where they're going to be at today, at what time, and this, that, and the other. And you can get your community put on that same list if you utilize the website, if you utilize the number. But if you just gonna sit black and talking about they ain't doing nothing, what the hell? I mean, go look at what they are doing. Can we try that part? Can we try that part? And then vote. We had a chance for 4.7 million people to come out and vote yesterday, or Tuesday, and only less than 500,000 came out and voted. But yet you want to talk about the people that ain't doing this and they ain't doing that. But you won't even take your ass out to vote. Yeah, I'm still mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. And I don't even want to hear you talk about our ancestors, because some of them gave their lives. Some of them got beat because they wanted to vote. And here you got a right to vote, and you throw it down the drain. See, so what we not going to do is sit and act like this stuff don't exist. But let me get ready to go to the line. Ed, thank you for being patient. Thank you for being patient, Ed from Milwaukee. Welcome to The Truth, 101.7 FM. You're on the line. Great afternoon. I love you. I hope you're having a blessed day.
Having a good day. I'm really tired of our concept of thinking at times. We need to take responsibility in our own community for the things that our children do and that we do as adults. If you run down the street and tear up everyone else's car, you should go to jail. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If your kid is under age 18, your parents should have paid for the stoplight that was busted, all the victims that was hurt, and the cars. I don't care. Everything that was involved, you should pay for it as a parent. I might take some blowback for that. That's okay. That's cool. But it will stop the people from getting out here and doing the things they do. You're responsible for your own actions. I'm 60 years old. I just don't understand some of the things that we do. Now, when it comes to gun violence and everything else, we shouldn't have to have police in our schools, because if our kids was acting right, we wouldn't need them. It goes back on the parent, our community, and everything else. So, a 20-year war, and I'm a veteran myself, been to Iraq twice. What was all these wannabe gangsters out here playing with guns? You can win in the military and play with all the guns you wanted.
Hello? Ding, ding, ding,
the problem is they shoot back. They shoot back. I forgot. They shoot back.
Yeah, they ain't ready for that.
Our movies. We look in our movies, our social medias, everything. So we can shoot each other up.
Man.
And we glorify this every day in rap music, to video games, to movies. We glorify it.
I'm just waiting for the lie to be detected. Ain't none right now, so keep going.
So who are we to blame? So I didn't grow up in Wisconsin originally. I grew up in Oakland, California. I seen the violence. I was down there. I seen it. But it doesn't community at all. Get from it.
Yeah.
Black men and women in prison for some more dumb stuff. Because our parents, some of these young parents, I can't blame everybody, but some of us just don't care. Want the system to help us, but they don't want them to be too harsh on us. We have it both ways. We wouldn't need none of this if we got rid of it. We ain't what the white man do or the Hispanic do. We shouldn't worry about them. We worry about ourselves. We shouldn't have to be terrified in our own neighborhood about the kids that we help raise up.
Speak.
So we can stop all this. If we can stop all this, it would be a better group of people.
Yep. Thank you very
Stop
much.
looking at us like we are our own enemies. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much. Again, accountability. That's my word. Accountability. If we take accountability. I see Brother Tory Lowe still sitting in the production room over there, the engineer room. I'm going to get ready. Is it bill time for us, Z? Is it bill time? So we getting ready to take care of some bills. You know how we got to do it. Again, the bills help us to do what we got to do here. And I know a lot of people be like, man, y'all going to commercials again? Yes, that's how we get paid. You know what I'm saying? It's about TV and media. That's how we get paid, advertising. So I see on the YouTube line, I'll get to some of those comments. I'm going to see if Tory Lowe will end up stepping into the studio again for a minute because he's still here. Only because he's still here. So I'm going to invite him in. You know, he's invited me in before, so I'm going to invite him in after this break again. So we got more dialogue and conversation to talk about. The phone number to call in and join us is 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We will have more conversation on the other side. This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Of course, he's out on assignment, so it's home blow on the new 1017 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Truth Nation. Because of your unwavering and incredible support, we are proud to announce that we are officially sold out for our first annual Truth Community Awards. We are so excited to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community with you on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. This will be an evening filled with entertainment, heartfelt stories, and celebrating our city with the 1017 The Truth team. Congratulations to the 10 award recipients we will honor that night. They are Dr. Tamika Johnson, Eric Shake James, Ebony Solly, Carvel Brooks, Chris Abele, Walter Stern, Latrice Harris, Melody Madden, Justin McCoy, and Minister Kevin Simmons. Thank you for all of your positive contributions to the city of Milwaukee and beyond. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Visit paysbig.com. Sponsored by Community Advocates, where meeting basic needs inspires hope. And brought to you by the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Ben Jammin with his truth.
Truth Nation and all the juicy jammers out there, can I be honest? Honest about what? Honest about me. Honest about following your dreams. Matthew 16, verse 26. What is it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul? I didn't know what I was getting into when my mother birthed me. I never imagined walking out of a job would lead me here. Back in 2017, I was working third shift at a grocery store, hating it. I knew I had to make a change. One day I walked out. No plan, just a leap of faith. 2 months later, I got a job with V100, and it was on and popping. I met Wiz Khalifa, Jerry Springer, Ice Cube, and Charlamagne the God. But in 2020, everything changed. COVID hit, and I was furloughed. But it gave me clarity. Clarity on who I was, who my real fans were, and what I truly wanted. After 8 months, I got an opportunity with 1017 The Truth. I got the chance to speak on air, and things took off. I started as a producer, and now I'm the host of Jamming with Juice. I've spoken with the White House, NBA All-Stars, and even killed an unreleased track with one of your favorite rappers. Through it all, I remained vulnerable with you, Truth Nation, especially after losing my dad. But here's the truth. It's not just about following your dreams. It's about preparing for them. What you want to happen is going to happen. But if you're not ready for it, you have to watch it pass you by. As a great prophet once said, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. So if it wasn't for the divine timing of the George Floyd assassination, the time that I took for myself to become greater, or the vision of the CEO of our company, 1017 The Truth, or myself wouldn't be here. So I'll call it divine timing. I can tell you to follow your dreams, but it's much better if you prepare for them.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Delays continue westbound 94 from about 20th Street to about Mitchell Boulevard. Back on the brakes from Highway 100 all the way past Sunny Slope Road. On the eastbound side, slowing right past Barker Road, then back on the brakes from 92nd Street all the way to 35th. Slowing on the bypass, going to be slow out of the Zoo interchange down to Lincoln. Back on the brakes from Beloit Road around the Hale all the way to almost Loomis. And then southbound 43, we got some backups as well from about Locust all the way down through the Marquette over the high-rise bridge heading down towards Lapham. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 7 with a wind chill of 5 above to 5 below. Then tomorrow, sunny with a high of 27. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will get back to work tonight as they get set to host the LA Clippers. Giannis' availability is undetermined, but he did speak to the media following practice on Wednesday regarding his calf injury.
One of my goals is to be available for the playoffs. Obviously, we are 30 games away. It's a long time. But at the end of the day, my main focus is to take care of my body, be smart.
Tip-off tonight is set for 7 p.m. Over to college football, where Wisconsin and head coach Luke Fickell have agreed to an extension that pushes his contract out through the 2031 season. The new deal is a one-year extension on his existing deal. And lastly, Team USA and Canada will meet tonight in the NHL's Four Nations Face-Off Championship game. Team USA beat Canada back on February 18th, 3-1. Puck drop tonight is set for 7 p.m. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Calling all Black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business Give Black. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will get an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveblack.com. That is blackbusinessgiveblack.com. Let's rebuild our community's black bone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveblack.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on the new 101.7 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow, in for Dr. Ken, who is on assignment today and tomorrow. And I'm blessed to be in the studio and have him join me on Dr. Ken Harris' show. Tory Lowe from the Tory Lowe Show here on the True 1 to 4 p.m.
I'm feeling powerful up in here with Homer.
Man.
Hey.
Man, you had a chance to listen to some of the dialogue, man. Hey, man. Hey. You had a chance to kind of eavesdrop and listen in on some of the dialogue, man. What do you think, man? I know you was on when the caller was on, and, people would like to talk about the things that they feel that we don't got, but we actually do have. You know what I'm saying? But then they be like, what we need is, we're like, guess what? We got that.
Well, we got unity. It's just at the concerts. They come together, but it just ain't for...
It's for the J5s.
I'm just saying.
The new release of the J5s, because that line was ridiculous.
They got a lot of patience.
Yeah, but when it's a voting line...
Okay, then we ain't got a lot of people coming out like that. But what I'm saying is, you can see the unity. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, they say we don't come together.
That's right.
But I see us together. We fill up a lot of these entertainment venues.
Yeah, yep.
We come out to a lot of family reunion ideas and stuff. Like, we come together, but
we be at the funerals.
We come together at, but we need to start coming together at the right time.
Yeah, see, the funerals are the new family reunions.
That's when you see everybody you ain't seen in years.
Yep.
And then you do short talk with them. Oh, we gonna hang out. And then you don't see them until the next funeral.
Till the next funeral, man. Till the next funeral, man.
But I say that we got unity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not in a certain space where we can actually use it to our advantage.
Right. So what needs to be done to try to achieve that?
We just got to make community popular. That's all we got to do. We got to make community popular. Right now, it's only popular during election time, where, a lot of money is being spent. And I think that's a lot of that is funded, through campaigns.
Right.
Sometimes I'll be asking people that be trying to get people out to vote. I'll be asking them information about the candidate they don't even know.
Right.
They just working.
Yeah, and
they're just out here working.
And the sad thing is, and I talked about that with Truth to Power with Kyle on Wednesday. It's like there are candidate forums that are held.
Right.
So when people saying that they don't want to, but they find the fights.
But you know what? The fight is well broadcast. They know.
No. I'm talking about the video fights of somebody fighting over there at a store.
It's going viral.
Or I'm talking about. They find that.
Somebody
send it to me. Send it to me.
They tag you in that.
Yeah. So, but they won't tag you in voting.
Hey, that's why we don't know what judge to vote for. All I'm saying is because we ain't. We don't. If we had a more unified approach with everything, because it's only in certain spaces.
Yeah. I call it selective, just like we got selective outrage.
That's what I was saying. A lot of things is selective outrage, and I always try to tell people, if somebody slapped your mama, okay, you don't care if he's 500 pounds or 30 pounds.
That's right.
You gonna go seek that person to try to address what you outraged about.
Absolutely.
So that's not selective outrage. That's okay. I'm upset, but I'm gonna go take action.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, a lot of people, they got high blood pressure, but they don't get out and be about that action. And I think that's where we get measured ultimately at the end, where we put our action and not our words.
Right.
So they have studied this for a long time, and they have now seen where we do put our actions and where we don't. So a lot of things can be hidden in the area where we don't put our actions.
Right. Like how they say if you want to hide something from black people, put it in a book.
But they know. Damn. That was an observation. That was somebody that sat back.
And it's still prevalent to this day, though.
Hey, like I said, we gotta overcome. And what I'm saying is, I think we see things that because I was telling people when I went off to school, it was crickets. But when some of my family members got out of jail, they had to barbecue, like Boys in the Hood, dominoes, things like that. But then I had to realize I was one of the first persons to go to school and get to that level. So sometimes when you do something that ain't never been done, sometimes the first person gonna have to take that brunt. But I think that many times when we talk about unity as far as Black history, we did Reconstruction. We had parts in our history where we worked together, but then it was a certain point in our history where we couldn't pull it back around, and that was with integration. We lost all of our stuff to go sit at the table as somebody else. And I think that it was definitely periods in our history where we was like, okay, we got to stick together. But then I think that once we started saying, okay, we want to eat at this certain restaurant, we think we got a right to sit at this table, we lost our table. And so we've been trying to struggle to gain our footing to build it back up. And I think that we're on that frequency to build it back up. But like I said, sometimes if you give up something to do something, you lose something. And I think a lot of people are now saying that we were more together during Jim Crow than we are in 2025.
Right. That part.
I don't know how. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I want to know, and I know in a minute we have to get ready to pay some bills. But what is your thoughts, man? I mean, with some of the violence that's going on with the guns and the shootings and the Toys R Us adults. Wow. I mean, they grown as hell, but they still doing stuff that you would think that some of the teens and children might do and be like, oh, it's a mistake.
Wow.
And then some of the youth. What is some right now punishment or something that can be done? I already understand that, well, we need to enact these programs. Right. We need to enact those. Okay, those are things that are probably going to be another couple of years down the line.
Right.
But we're dealing with people like a woman called in talking about, how her intestines or teeth and all of this from reckless driving, somebody doing 80 miles an hour down Capitol Drive. What are some immediate, punishments that we should look at in order to just let people know we're not playing with you no more?
Well, I think that right now if they're minors, they're trying to get the parents. Because if parents, remember when we was going to school, and then if you didn't make a certain amount of attendance, they would come after the parents. So a lot of parents would wake up every day, I ain't finna get that ticket.
Right.
So you better have perfect attendance, right? But I think that's harsh that have to actually even happen. But I think that if you're talking about legislation and things like that, we got to be careful as black people, we got to be careful. Because they'll take it and run. They'll come in and run with this idea like the Ultimate Warrior coming into the ring.
Well, right now, I think that they should go on and do something.
But that's floating around, right?
Yeah, is it time to? All right, let's get ready. All right, let's get ready to take a break again because we need I need you now type situation. Right. So we'll come back and I'm gonna get more of Tory Lowe's thoughts and opinions. Remember, you can hear him Monday through Friday here on The Truth 101.7 FM with the Tory Lowe Show, 1 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be back to talk more. 833-212-1017. Stream us live on YouTube and Twitter at 1017 The Truth. We will have more conversation on the other side. This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris with the legendary Home Blow. Hold it down on the new 1017 The Truth.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers look to make it 3 wins in a row as they travel to Ohio to take on conference foe, the Youngstown State Penguins.
Bob it back in for J. Mike, bouncing inside for Franklin, and Aaron Franklin gives the Panthers the lead, 67-66.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 7:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield.
A theft, and KP will rise. He throws it down.
Tip-off happens at 8 p.m.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axhousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
The Greater Milwaukee Urban League is celebrating 105 years of legacy and impact. The 105th year milestone community engagement campaign is a mission-driven effort to support employment, education, advocacy, and entrepreneurship initiatives. Together, they can continue their impact and legacy. Join them in raising $1.5 million. Text 105 to 41444 to make a secure online donation today. Visit TMU.org for more information.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the Deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Like, mustard on the beat, Debo, any rap. He a freak though, man damn, call like Amber Lambs. Tell him breathe, bro. Nella new to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni air? Trying to see Compton, the industry can hate me. Marlon, they mama.
Wop, 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 wop. This is Truth in the Afternoon. Wop, 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 wop. With Dr. Ken here. Wop, 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 wop. On a new 101.7 The Truth. Live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown. I'm home a blow in for Dr. Ken, who's on assignment. I got Tori Lowe in the studio.
Hey, what's happening?
And they not like us.
Wop, 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 wop.
They not like us.
Wop, 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 wop.
They not like us.
They probably A minor.
What? Coming soon, our release date for the album.
Hey.
The release date for the album, man. So, Tori, because I know, like, as time is ticking, and especially when you're having a great dialogue and conversation, and of course, to shout out to the Annihilation Island fans. I created the Annihilation Island thing that I said a lot of people need to go to Annihilation Island. They don't need to be out here because they ain't gonna learn their lesson. But punishment-wise, man, what do you think should happen? Because we have so many that say, "I'll be right out," and they get right out. Tori, they get right out.
Yeah.
And they go right back and start doing the violence that they were doing, or stealing
they go
cars.
Out to Sherwood. Well, sometimes they do go out there and flip the cars over.
Yeah.
Due to the police chase, because they'll
but they get dealt with too. They get dealt with too.
Yeah.
They get dealt with. So what are some of the
what
punishments?
area they catch them in?
Yeah, and also
What zip code they catch
as we
them
talk about parents, you know, I don't think that a lot of parents are the ones, because I don't give you the definition of a parent unless you are parenting. Now, PWKs, people with kids, yeah, you're the biological mother or father of the child, but you're not parenting, and those are the ones that I think should be sanctioned. Those are the ones that I think the government benefits need to be cut off and things.
You know what
nature.
I call that the buddy parent.
There you go.
They buddy parenting. They want to be the buddy, and they engage in things that you do with buddies.
Right, my buddy.
Hey,
whatever you do,
your
I
child,
do.
But I want to be liked by you because maybe my childhood, I may not have had a father figure. I may not have had certain things. So I'm the buddy parent. So I want to be in there. But then when you act crazy, I want to say something. But once you become the buddy parent, they not gonna respect you.
They not. So what should some of the punishments be, in your opinion?
I think that many times when you see young people doing things, many times you have to bring the parent into the conversation. Now, if they over 18 and they're grown, because a lot of grown people they thinking it's a lot of young people that's doing reckless driving, but it's a lot of older people that's out here doing the damage, crashing into people too.
Well, we had a woman that said it was a 30-year-old woman that ended up destroying her life.
Yes,
basically.
Facts. So
that's how those are what I call Toys R Us adults. So when you hear me saying that,
I got you. The ones that still wear the jersey backwards.
Yeah, man. Like, you don't get your grown ass. Yeah, you know.
Oh, wow.
Why are we looking at your dirty underwear and dirty boxers?
I don't know.
Why you go right to a gas station and buy a new white tee and don't put on no soap or water? You ain't wash your ass.
Damn.
You ain't put nothing on. And then you going to just throw this damn white tee on and then talk about I'm going by old girl's house.
That's wild. And a lot of people will, get at some energy.
Yep.
A lot of, hold on.
Good one, brothers.
They looking like what's working. Like, sometimes people will reflect what they think works. So you can look at a person and see how they operate and move because it's working for them.
Right.
So if they looking like that, somebody like it. I think we need to upgrade the mentality as far as, like, I remember back when Martin Luther King was watching, when they were marching, and it was a I'm a man movement or something like that.
Right.
They had to even, it was sad that even had to happen.
Correct.
But they all had suits on. And my grandfather, he would always wear suits. He wasn't going to church, but he would wear like suits with the suspenders all the time. But that was that movement though. Like, respect me, I'm a man. They would walk out with dress shoes, slacks. You know what I mean? Present themselves as a grown up. And I think that we lost a lot of that over the years after they put all the drugs in the community and started uplifting the drug dealers and giving them, working with them to pollute the community.
Right.
But then coming back around and vacuuming them up once the damage was done.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I see that look no more. Now we're dressing like a G. Like I want, that G code idea. And It's sad that some residents, they go by these codes, but they not even in the
right.
They talking about no snitching, but that don't work for residents.
Yeah, it's like when
they working operating ideas that don't match what they trying to do.
It's like when I play the biker shuffle and everybody run out to the floor and I'll be like, now how many of y'all ever actually been on a bike?
Right.
Yeah, they ain't been on one. You feel what I'm saying?
It's
So I get it. Wayne on the Truth Talking text line said, from what I'm being told, insurance companies are for driving age children onto their parents' insurance policies at absorbent rates between $600 to $800 per month for auto insurance if you live in the wrong zip code. It's called redlining, and we know that that's legit. that it happens. There's been lawsuits about it and the whole nine. But I think that there has to be punishments which again will make people have to pay attention. So for PWKs, we know what they like. We know what they waiting on. They waiting on the assistants. They waiting on the EBTs. They waiting on this. And when you start putting sanctions or holding up, you don't want to have to hurt the kid, but it's going to make that person be like, uh-oh.
Let me think about this.
Uh-oh. Boy, you better stop that. Now they talking about locking me up.
I saw that with the MPS stuff where they with truants. With truants. And I think that when you start applying those ideas, that means that you're out of control and something is out of control, and now we got to create this discipline.
Something.
And so they're trying to create this discipline so something doesn't happen.
That's right.
And I think that when you got to be careful when it's us, but we have to understand that we have to start saying, okay, this is how we're going to operate as a community.
Correct.
And I think that we shouldn't allow outside ideas to choose how we operate as a community. So if we say your child is going to do this and this is what we're going to do, I think we need as a community to start putting together a tolerance idea that we will accept for us all in operating where we live.
All right, Tori, as we get ready to wind down, man, if you got something that you'd like to say, I'm going to give you a minute of this time to express that.
Well, look, I appreciate being in the studio with the legend, Homer Blow. Homer Blow. I heard that when I was in high school, when I was a kid, Homer Blow was the one that everybody was listening to for community opportunities and ideas, and you would let people come on the show, talk about their lawnmower business.
That's right.
You did you've been doing this for so long. It's just amazing that I get to be here as an adult and just be here and share this space with you. So if I had anything to say, I say I appreciate you, brother, and I love you, and I thank you for all that you've tried to do over the years to spread and bring information to the people. I think it's powerful.
Yeah. That part, man. Thank you, man. Tori Lowe, again, Monday through Friday, right here on The Truth, 101.7 FM, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tune in, log on, watch it on YouTube, watch it on Twitter or X.
Right.
Homer Blow. I want to take a moment to say that to the Rileys, George Riley, D. Reezy, Craig Berry, Jeff Berry, Iria, their father passed away, and of course he was married 60 years to their mother, and his services will be on Saturday, 9 a.m. visitation, 10 a.m. services will start. It'll be at Paradise Memorial Funeral Home on Appleton off 76. Condolences to that family. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the afternoon, evening, night, early morning, and hopefully the things we have to talk about in the near future won't have to be within our minute degrees of separation. Love you, babes. I'm up out of here. Peace.